this is Uping stock trend prediction. So we will take in this video. We'll take a look at the trend analysis about the Aapl Apple stock. So, for example, this is the Apple daily chart, and this is the Apple 60 minutes chart. So right now is September 21st, 12:32 p.m. So it's just the beginning of this 1 hour 60 minutes chart. So you can see before even this 1 hour 60 minutes period is just started, and this kind of the high-low pro indicator predicted maximum value and the minimum value are already printed out. So for this Apple stock, so it has been dropping the price during the previous few days, so it relatively drops to a relatively low price. But we will take a more close look at the trend analysis. So this is based on the base U prediction model. So it will predict a good prediction of the maximum value and the minimum value of the stock trend. So for example, this is a daily chart, and you see this daily chart is kind of a little bit very close to this kind of blue trend line. So right now is this kind of for each short period of time. So the initial kind of a momentum, initial state is very important. So for this 60 minutes chart, right now you can see it's the stock price is always stays and try to fluctuate here, but it still have doesn't have a lot of momentum to increase or decrease. So this is a real-time plot. So right now you can see right now it has some kind of a trend trying to increase the stock price. But you see for this 1 hour chart, this maximum value predicted value is 144.5, 144.5, and this minimum value of this 1 hourly chart, this minimum value is 144.04. So there's not too much difference for the fluctuation of the stock price. So if you take a look at another model that's based on the predict model, that predict model have more kind of detailed prediction about the different band of the maximum value or minimum value. So you can see this is the Apple, this is the weekly chart, Apple weekly chart, and this is the Apple weekly chart, but I can change it to daily chart, something like that, so to take a different look about daily chart. Okay, so this is the daily chart, and this is the Apple weekly chart. So you can see from this weekly chart, and the stock price is within this band. This is 144.08, and this band is the minimum value for this band is 140.9. So it has been stayed for a while in this band. So you can see this 144. This is a prediction model, so that means the next day, this is a daily chart, so the next day's predicted maximum value and the minimum value are already printed out and generated. So you can see even for tomorrow, the maximum value is about 144.15, and the minimum value is 142.4. So that means it has a very high probability that the stock price will still stay in this kind of a small range at a relatively low price range, and this 144.13 or 144.2. So basically it just becomes a type of resistance. So the Apple stock will likely just stay in this kind of low price region and try to break it out. So it's a kind of this trend line, blue trend lines, is then becomes a kind of a resistance trend lines. So once it breaks this maximum value of the $144, then it will have a good chance to increase the price. Otherwise, it will probably just stay in this low price region for maybe like one more day or two more days. So, but this is still relatively low price region. So depends on how I trade how I trade this stock. For example, if I do daily trade, or if I do the weekly trade or monthly trade, it depends on how long I expect to get some profit. So that means you need to have some different strategies. So you can see, let's go back to this best yield prediction model. So you can see for this best yield prediction model, during this 60 minutes chart, is still relatively just staying there, keeps relatively stable, doesn't have a significant change or increase, no significant increase or decrease or those type of thing. So this is a daily chart, and so if you go to the weekly chart, and this is the Aapl weekly chart based on the best yield prediction model. So you can see this weekly chart right now is relatively close to that this blue trend lines. It's still relatively in the low price region, but you see this is still in the kind of downtrend the direction, in that type of direction. So right now it's still not exactly in the timing of turns around and then have another rebound. So we just need to be a little bit more patient, and it depends on if you wanted to do some kind of long-term or mid-term investment, and then right now maybe it's still relatively a good time to do some kind of investment. But if you wanted to do it more precisely, and then you need to consider those kind of a daily change, or maybe even hourly change, that's a 60 minutes change or those type of thing, and then you need to pay more attention and more close to that kind of downtrend, or even kind of a little bit more resistance at different levels. So this is just the stock, the Apple stock price analysis. If you are more interested in this kind of analysis, you can just subscribe Uping Stock Trend Prediction channel, or watch more video from the Uping Stock Trend Prediction or market analysis. Thank you.